Hey, it's Laura. Welcome back to the channel. We're at Psycho's Bodyshop in Redondo Beach, California, and today is going to be a glutes and hamstrings workout with my trainer, Chris Psycho. It's going to be a good one. It's a Monday. I'm feeling the energy today. It's nice and warm in the gym. Got my bombshell outfit on, so I'm feeling really excited for today's workout. So before we jump into it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share with your training partner, and I'll catch you guys in the workout.
I'm trying to pre-exhaust the glutes because you have a tendency to use your hamstrings on a hip thrust. Okay. So I want to get the glutes totally exhausted before we get into the compound movements.
Yeah. That's interesting. Sometimes on hip thrust, I feel my quads so much too.
Right. So that's why I want to get the glutes totally done before we get into that type of stuff.
Okay. So this exercise where I'm kind of kicking low to high to the side, it's I really feel it a lot in my upper outer glutes. And this is just the warm up of the workout. So just kind of getting the glutes pre-fatigued, and then we'll do whatever Chris thinks after this. So I really like this exercise though. I feel really good connection, and I feel like I'm getting stronger, and it's a newer exercise for me, so I'm really enjoying it.
So I'm stabilizing her hip so she won't use her hip as much, and focus on the glute. Keeping the weight super light so she can squeeze them. I don't want her fighting the weight to complete the movement. I want her squeezing to complete the movement. The good thing about Laura, she always has perfect form, so I don't have to overcorrect her or push her back into the movement. Now I'm taking it from her and letting her squeeze more. I'm not helping her, I'm letting her squeeze more. So I'm not assisting her because it goes from moving the weight to a squeeze. Squeeze. Okay,
so this one is basically just a little kickback with a band on my ankles, and really it kind of gets that upper outer glute. So this one, it's really about keeping your core tight, your pelvis stable, and trying to feel your glutes squeeze. If you're just like letting your pelvis go, you're gonna start using your low back, your core. So some of these exercises, they don't look that challenging, they don't look that crazy, but it's really about that mind-muscle connection and making sure you're working the right areas. And then also remember too, the glutes are spherical, so getting that upper outer part, you have to work in a lot of different planes of motion, a lot of different angles, and not necessarily always heavy weight. So let's do the last set.
So we got Laura up on the pads, and we got her push forward. So we're pushing her forward to get more stress on the side of the glute. And around the second set, it's gonna go from the side and start going up top. So we're still trying to build that upper shelf. And see if we can get the pressure on the glute. So keep the glute.
I feel it.
Yeah, perfect. So once again, we're doing a high volume with abductors. Got her sitting up high on 2 pads, one behind her to move her forward. It looks as if she's pushing it open, but she's actually pulling it open because there are no muscles in the human body that actually push. All the muscles pull. So even though I'm assisting her to open it, by her doing a slow descend inside, it's still the same exact muscles that she was actually to open it up. Let's see if you can hold that 5 somewhere in your hand.
Okay.
I would like it on the side of the leg that's on the weight. So
that's on the weight?
I would like that.
Okay.
But I know you have to balance.
Let's see. Maybe do like this.
There you go. Now, if you can arch your back and keep the pressure on the side of your glute, let's see if we can get more of a contraction. And I like the thing where you kind of go in and then go out, in and then out. There you go. There you go.
It's like it's an abduction.
Yeah, the abduction.
What do I do with this?
Ankles.
Ankles? Oh no. Okay.
So when you go up, you're gonna go out like that.
Oh gosh, okay. The muscle you're working here is super small, so the little resistance really adds up.
When you go up, try to bend the leg and let the glute stretch. Yeah. Squeeze. That's it. Get the leg out, get the stretch, get the stretch, get the stretch. Squeeze. You were like this. You were like
I have a
this.
video, Chris.
Okay, let's see the video. We're gonna go to the tape. Roll the tape. Roll the tape. We're gonna roll the tape. We're gonna see who's right and who's wrong. Let's roll the tape.
It's the same. I think the bench is just inclined more.
That's not even me. I don't know nothing about that video. I don't know who that guy is. That's not me. Oh, you want it down more?
Yeah, I think it's easier for me to hold my leg up now. So this exercise, I'm not really sure what exactly you'd call it, but essentially it's a abducted kickback. So you're laying on one side, your legs are open, meaning your hips are in abduction, and then you're kicking back. So for me, I really strongly feel this one all through the side of my glutes. And it's very challenging because you're not very stable and it's loaded with weight too. So it's a new exercise for me. I feel like I'm still kind of mastering it, but I really like it and I really feel good connection on it.
So when a client does well, either opposing client or you did the whole thing, how much gratification is that for you? Does a win or loss control how you feel about the overall show?
How do I feel
How does a
about
win,
the show?
How does a loss impact you
as a coach?
As a coach, give me 2 pep talks for those 2 different things.
2 pep talks?
Or 2 after the show talks when a person does really well, and the same thing if they don't do as well. Most of the time we do use either free weight or a Smith rack for the hip thrust. Today we're going towards volume, so the bands, they allow consistent pressure, and just, it makes us able for it'll teach her to contract when she's doing free weight or on the Smith rack.
The banded hip thrust definitely feels a lot different than a barbell or the Smith machine. It's constant tension, so you never really get that break, I guess, or your glutes are always under tension, so it burns a lot, especially towards the end of the set. My range of motion is definitely a lot smaller than normal, but I feel really good connection. Sometimes what happens with me, I train my glutes so much that sometimes on hip thrust, it's actually like my quads that start fatiguing first before my glutes. So something like this, my quads, my hamstrings aren't really getting involved at all. It's really just my glutes. So it's good to mix it up. It's good to try different exercise variations And everyone's a little different. Even though bikini, we're all going for the same shape. What it takes to get your body there and to improve is gonna be a little different for everyone. So for me, I'm not really trying to grow my legs. That was my feedback from the judges. I really just need to grow my glutes in relation to my legs. I was asking you, Chris, do you know how much these weigh? Is there a certain weight for each band?
There is a certain weight, and that's on the paper that I threw away with the packaging.
Of course. All right, that is it for the workout. Today was a really great glute isolated workout. So what we did, we warmed up with the kneeling abduction kicks on the bench, which is a great exercise. I'm really liking that one. And I supersetted that with some little kickbacks with the band on my ankles. And then after that, we went and did the abduction machine elevated for a little different, a slightly different angle. We did that, supersetted with some lateral step ups to really work the glute. It's a very small movement, but it's very isolated. So it's a little bit unusual, but I'm really focusing on building kind of this like upper shelf here. So a lot of these movements are small things that isolate the glute medius. So we did those two. And then after that, I did the kneeling abduction kicks where I'm kind of on my side, legs open and abduction and kicking back. That one is very challenging. You need a lot of core control. You need a lot of stability, a lot of balance. It's not easy. I wouldn't recommend it if you're a complete beginner in the gym. I would wait till you get a little more comfortable with your glute exercises. And then after that, we wrapped up with so many hip thrusts with heavy bands and just really doing a small range of motion where I'm really thrusting with my glutes at the top to try to keep the quads, the hamstrings, everything else out of the movement. And we did at least, I think we did about 4 sets of everything. So my glutes are toast. I'm gonna go stretch out, eat my post-workout meal. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate your support so much. So don't forget to share so the channel can grow, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Shameless. Basic.